Wow, getting smoked out today.
Literally and figuratively.
Welcome to the lockdown podcast where we're forced to be outside because of the law.
Yeah.
And I guess health purposes.
Because although people probably wouldn't complain if we were filming inside, but, you know.
One of us is going to be getting smoked out, like every part of this episode.
Yeah,
But
this might be a one and done, but we're going to see. But
well,
it might not be.
Fucking beats Instagram.
Oh, I think it actually is an interesting dynamic.
It feels Canadian.
Yeah, feels Canadian. Also, like, just
I feel like I'm
banter
okay with
around
it
a fire.
I'm already okay with it.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
Like, I'm not even really that cold. It's actually a decent day outside, actually.
Yeah, we've had a good string of weather for January here in
Yeah.
Ontario.
I'm worried about February, though. I think February might be fucking shitty.
Yeah, we usually get wrecked in February, but
Yeah. But, yeah, not too bad, though.
yeah,
Pretty
we got the Canadian Candle keeping us warm, so shout out to Canadian Candles.
Yeah, shout out to Josh.
Shout
it was
out to
episode
Josh.
30-something he was on. I don't know.
I don't know.
There's so many episodes we have now. It's
So
it's
many
hard to figure out
episodes.
which ones we have, right?
Is this 53? Yeah. 53.
Yeah, I think it is.
Episode 53.
53 by the fire.
Big lockdown right now. Fucking, we're not allowed to be inside with anyone else than people in our households or like specific childcare stuff, I think, like old people care stuff.
Yeah, it's back to a weird time where, like, it's this time it feels a little different, even though it feels like, I don't know, it's not really dumb. It's same but different because now they're much more harsher.
Yeah.
Because, like,
They're like enforcing laws and stuff.
yeah, they're actually like pulling people over, checking who you're riding with and
Feels
shit
a little
like
scary.
that. Yeah, like a little
I mean, I'm
19
not doing anything wrong, so whatever.
a little 1984-ish, in my opinion.
Yeah, 100%.
But,
It's just like,
you know,
it's just a weird thing. Like, it's just a weird thing we never really expected to happen.
No.
Like, we used to like,
Also,
like,
too,
oh, that'll
though,
happen one day, and it's actually kind of happening.
Well, I've been kind of thinking, though, if all these other past, like, I'm saying over hundreds and thousands of years ago, all these other pandemics and viruses that have come through humanity, they've probably been doing the same thing we've been doing right now. They didn't have the technology or the
100%.
medical wherewithal to handle it properly.
Sure, they'd just be like keeping away from each other.
Yeah, the big old guy has a plague, quarantine him, and he's probably going to die soon
Yeah.
because he doesn't have the proper care. But nowadays,
And then
it's
they still
like,
had to take risks for like essential things and shit.
yeah.
Yeah, right.
But I think back then you probably had your own.
That's
like,
the big
I'm
gray
saying way
area
back
right
when.
now, though, right?
Yeah.
Like, what is essential?
Yeah.
Well, so many different things are essential. To
Yeah, and
different
like,
people,
why
so-
can Walmart stay open, but yet some other small like clothing store got to shut down, even though Walmart sells clothes and everything. Like,
It's a weird thing, man.
I get both ends of it because you can do a one-stop shop at Walmart and all these huge big box stores, but at the same time, they're allowing 300, 500 people in these big box stores. If you
Doesn't
can't
make
have
sense.
5 people in a small
That doesn't
store,
make sense. Like, why can't that capacity be limited, right? But,
yeah, like it just seems odd.
the other thing is, one of Ford's like guys like just spoke out against him or something like that
Oh, another one
today or
Remember?
something like part of the caucus, whatever it's called. I don't know what the. I'd be lying if I told you what I knew what that meant, but
I don't know.
he spoke out against him today, against lockdowns, and then Ford basically fired him like 20 minutes later or something.
That's what's going to come down to. If you're in a position of power and you don't speak out towards this certain issue and on the certain side, it feels like you're going to get canceled.
Yeah,
As much as
it's
people,
a scary thing.
Yeah, as much as people don't like Trump and all that shit, like
I read in Italy that the restaurants are like
banning
opening.
him for everything seems
Yeah.
a bit too much in my opinion.
Yeah.
But like every single thing, like freedom
Yeah.
of speech, no?
Yeah, it's just a weird thing.
Yeah, that's weird.
I don't know too much about what he said, to be honest.
Neither did I really. I'm just seeing all the headlines and shit.
Exactly. So who knows what to believe? But
Yeah. We're saying something in Italy?
yeah, in Italy, apparently, like tons of restaurants, like they have a curfew, I think, or something like that. But tons of restaurants were just like, nope, sorry, because that's all they can do, right? They all have to do it together.
Yeah.
Like the only way they're gonna fight it is if they all do it together.
Yeah. I think talking about
And
last episode.
that's not what's happening here, right?
No.
No.
Well, I think last
too many people on
episode-
the opposite sides.
We're all so divided that we can't come together and be like, you know what? Fuck it. Change the rules.
It's so clear how it's a generation thing too.
Yeah.
How, like, we can clearly see like the elderly group on Facebook, the same type of person, the same age group of people saying the exact same thing, because like it's what the algorithm is forcing, those genders and age groups and locations. So it's just a fucking heyday.
It
It's
is.
just a media heyday.
Oh, because you can.
And you just don't know, like, you can't blame someone like you and me for not trusting anymore what the mainstream media is saying. Like, it's just
Well, because people who
it's
are
hard. It's just hard.
all the old whites grew up saying, "Oh, don't trust the government,"
Yeah.
and now they're trusting the government,
Ugh.
and they're doing against what they were teaching us to do, more or less. It's not
Yeah.
teaching, but like, I'm not saying they're
My biggest
preaching anarchy.
problem. My biggest problem is with how quickly people are like rationalizing the like discrediting of factual information. You know, like there's factual information, but they're just trying to find a way to discredit it,
I feel like,
even though it's like it's a fact. You know what I mean?
I know this is double-edged sword too, but I feel like not even the information. I think they discredit the source and where that
Oh, yeah, exactly.
source's
They just have to.
loyalties lie.
All you have to do is discredit the source, because then you don't have to think about it. It's the easiest thing to do. The easiest thing to do is go, it's like flat earthers and NASA. They just don't believe NASA. It's like, oh, well, NASA said it, so I just can't believe it. It's just like, okay.
Wait, what? No,
Yeah,
I just,
like, what?
like Elon Musk is really pumping like $5 million space shuttles every 3 to 5 days.
I know. It's.
And if you can't afford to ride it, you can go up for free, but then you work
Yeah,
on, where are they going? Fucking Mars?
sure.
Mars or the moon, or where the place
Yeah.
they're going to. They're going to Mars, I think. You can work off
And again,
your pay out there.
flat earthers, like, I'm going to let them be flat earthers. I'm not going to be like, lock them down. You know,
Yeah.
like lock them down. Don't let them spread their word, because it's just like, it's nonsense and it's whatever.
Yeah.
People are entitled to their own opinion. But if we're talking about discrediting factual information, like in terms of COVID, like those flat earthers do it way worse. And we just let it go. It's just like, they're doing no harm.
Yeah, it's
doing no
let them do
harm.
their thing.
But apparently people like us who just want to question, just have conversations about it, because
Yeah.
that's all we want to do, is have conversations about it. Me and you both agree that there's a pandemic. We
Yeah.
both know the coronavirus is real, but it's just like, why can't you ask questions? That's it. Why can't you?
Yeah, I get. Yeah, it's, why can't you ask critical questions?
Questions that everyone is thinking about.
Because
Questions that everyone has on their mind right now.
well, because you talk to people, most people are pretty like-minded and be like, "Okay, this is a bit much." I feel like
Especially
a
again,
lot of stuff.
generational, right?
Yeah, and I mean, I work almost a week now, but
Right.
when I was working, the conversations were pretty well similar. Even though I work with people who are in their 60s, I work with people who are in their late teens. Like, everybody's kind of like, it feels like a bit much, isn't it? Like how. I
And
feel
it's-
like too. How is this not?
I think
we're prepared for this lockdown. I feel like we weren't prepared for the second wave or second
Yeah,
lockdown. I feel like we
exactly.
should have been with
We
all
definitely should have
all the funding and all the awareness.
Well,
now
we knew it
everybody's
was coming
spreading.
for how long? Like they were saying it was coming for how long? Right?
Yeah, we had to flatten the curve. Remember when that was a thing last year?
I just don't like how they're blaming us when they're the ones making all the rules. It doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
Make better rules.
Yeah.
Yield better results. I don't know.
And like, why won't people in the government take pay cuts and stuff like that too, when everybody else is taking pay cuts and all that shit?
They'll never, man. They'll never do it.
It
That's
just,
why.
yeah. Sorry, that's gonna be us ranting again, like the last episode,
Yeah.
but
It's okay.
everybody else is talking about it, so
Again, I
we get a
hope-
pass.
I really hope you're watching this and you're actually going. You're not just going, these people are stupid. Like, these two are stupid. You got to watch this and understand that we're just two guys that want to have a conversation about it. And that's what's not being allowed right now, is a lot of people aren't even just letting guys like us have a conversation
Yeah.
about it.
There's
Even
no-
though we agree, you know, like,
Yeah, it's not like we're like,
to an
oh,
extent, obviously.
down with the government, anarchy. Like,
No.
anarchy won't work either. Like,
No, obviously.
people
See,
can't govern
and
themselves.
that's the worst part, is the people on the other side of this debate, or whatever that we're going to call it anyway, is they just like, they don't even want to have the conversation. They don't want to hear it. They just think that what you have to say is just totally off base and based on wrong. Like, you're just wrong.
Yeah.
They don't want to even pretend that you could be right. You know?
Which is,
Why don't you want to put yourself in other people's shoes? It's crazy.
which I think is, again, a generational thing. Even with how like,
Even when we were young, we were told to ask questions. When we
Yeah.
were young, we were told,
Raise your hand,
if
ask
we
a
wanted
question.
to learn something, you have to speak out and ask a question, where right now it's the total opposite, right? Now it's like, now that you're old, you're not allowed to ask any questions.
no, you should know by now.
And you should just listen to the smarter people who know what's up. And you're not allowed to ask questions. But here we are, sitting outside in fucking January
Yeah.
because we're not allowed to be.
Oh, the fire's nice.
Yeah, you know what? This is crushing it. I'm very comfortable.
Yeah.
The chair could be comfier.
That's
all we got for this impromptu.
Because honestly, I don't mind,
cast.
like, we call them like fireside sessions or find some
I don't mind it at all.
random ass name for it. But I don't mind sitting in front of a fire, you know, having a conversation.
It's one of the best places to have a conversation.
Exactly. That's why I feel like it was a good call.
I think it's necessary. Again, like right now, like I guess like I don't know if technically we're allowed to do this right now or not because we're supposed to stay home if it's not for anything necessary. But like exercise is necessary, and you're allowed to gather in groups of 5 people. So I would assume that that means some kind of socializing is necessary.
Yeah.
And if we're doing it safely, I think it's fine.
Yeah. I think we're doing pretty well
Comment
so far.
below if you don't think so.
Yeah, we'll see who comments.
Yeah.
Hey, maybe we'll get some more attention with this outside fireside
Yeah,
episode.
maybe we'll get some haters being like, "You guys are unsafe."
That's
Look
what
at
I
us
feel
being
like.
unsafe. See, that's the problem.
If we were in
You'd
the
have
studio,
you'd have
I
a
feel
really
like
hard
we got
time-
more.
You'd have a really tough time telling anyone that this is unsafe.
Like, I actually, while I was editing last episode, I kind of was like, you know what, Sam? Like, I wouldn't mind if you had some haters.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind if you had some haters.
Keep you on your toes.
Yeah, it might fuel us a bit more too.
Yeah, right, exactly.
Like, fuck you, haters. Like, we're gonna do our business.
Let's just pretend we have haters.
We're gonna go about our business.
We'll be like Michael Jordan. Just pretend.
Yeah, make up all these.
Us against the world.
Yeah, make up stories. People flavored against the world.
Yeah, so we're hoping that we're hoping that we're gonna keep this cast going through lockdown because I know it's gonna be another like month.
Oh, at least.
So there'll be at least 3 or 4 more outside episodes. So we're hoping that Canadian Candles gets to sponsor some more episodes because this is fucking perfect. This is fucking perfect.
Yeah.
I can put it wherever I want. Didn't have to make a pit, although I have a pit.
Yeah, but this works because it's not like a huge gulfing fire. It's pretty well contained. And
It's in the middle of snow, so like it's not gonna spread.
Yeah. Because like, literally where the camera is, Matt's house is behind there.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's over there.
Yeah.
You're
Or actually, we're undisclosed location
I'm
right
actually
now.
worried about that snow falling on you.
Well,
potentially.
I saw snowfall at the front of your house there.
Yeah.
Kind of caught my eye
Happens.
for a sec.
Metal roof, you know, just slides right down.
Yeah, because it's dripping.
Should we talk some basketball? NBA?
Yeah, basketball,
Big
man.
trades, hard into the nets. What do you think? You're
Oh.
probably thinking what everyone else was thinking. How are they going to make it work?
I think there's a couple of trains of thought. Because, was it
I
last
just
year?
look at it as a playoff team.
Last year, or a couple 2 years ago, maybe? Not even last year. James Harden averaged 10 assists a game. So it's not like
Yeah.
these are all, like, yes, they're more ball dominant
I don't
players
know
like
why people are
Kyrie
even saying-
and James.
I don't know why people are even saying, how are this going to work? You mean how are 3 of the best basketball players on the planet going to play together?
Because
Probably
KD doesn't
pretty
need the
good.
ball. KD
Team
can just be
USA?
a catch and shoot.
What's Team USA in the Olympics?
Oh, they're exhibition games. They don't really
Fuck
count.
that. Like, so stupid.
I know, right? But like,
Critics, man, the critics.
also I think Harden might be an insurance policy if Kyrie decides to just fuck off.
100%. Or if he genuinely gets in trouble with the league.
Yeah. And also too,
I think he's going to.
the 4 first-round picks that the Rockets are gonna get, the Nets are gonna be doing pretty well in the next couple of years. So like,
Well, maybe. They're banking on it.
they're banking on them doing well. So if they do well, they get the Nets back end of the first round.
What do you think
draft
about
picks?
who they got rid of? I think they got rid of their fucking whole core.
What, LeVert?
LeVert, Allen, Prince.
like
Even
young-
Prince is an underrated player.
Oh, hey, dog.
Hey,
So a dog just came on behind us here.
Prince isn't. Prince is an underrated player, for sure. Because he's a go-getter. Gets
man.
after the ball.
Yeah, he's a solid forward to have, and he's one of the Cavaliers, I think.
I think that's a good move for him.
Yeah, get him out of there. I don't think they were playing him enough.
Cavaliers just got a ton of depth all of a sudden. With
Yeah.
Allen and fucking.
Well, I think Cavaliers are going to be trading some people soon here too.
Oh, yeah.
I think this blockbuster trade kind of really,
Set the tone.
yeah, people are like, oh shit, okay, and then like, and Oladipo is just gonna be a rental in Houston. Are they gonna be able to keep him there? I don't know.
Well, he's only there for the year, right?
Yeah.
Like,
Apparently,
he's a
Oladipo
free
doesn't even want to be in Houston anymore.
Because then he's a free agent, right?
Yeah, because we're hearing rumors that Oladipo wants out of Houston already. He doesn't want to go. He wants to go back to the
I
Eastern
wouldn't even
Conference.
believe that rumor.
I
It's
know,
like
right?
He just got there.
He would have stirring shit up.
That would
but-
make him an asshole, in my opinion.
Yeah. I don't know, because the Rockets could be something, though, with John Wall and Cousins and Wood and
I like the
Depot.
Rockets now more than I did with Harden on it. That's for sure.
'Cause,
Christian Wood.
Yeah. 'Cause
I think the Rockets lucked out. I think they got a good trade.
Yep. I think the Rockets
I
are
think
the winners
Pacer-
of the
I think
trade.
the Pacers won that trade, man. Getting Levert for Oladipo.
Getting Levert. Didn't they get somebody else, too?
I
They-
don't know, actually.
And they got Levert and like a second-round pick or something like
Okay.
that.
Levert's going to fit in with the Pacers so good, man.
That's the thing. It works out for the Pacers because
That's what they were missing.
Levert has another 2 years on his contract where Oladipo is going to be gone. So, like, you can't
Yeah.
replace Oladipo with somebody younger and,
With TJ Warren.
quite
out.
honestly, a better, larger skill set than Oladipo.
Yeah, and
Like-
bigger.
Like, Levert as a ball handler, I like.
And I think, like, besides DeMontis and Turner, like, they don't have the size. Besides those two guys.
And well, Levert's, I say I think Levert's only like 6'6", 6'7".
He plays bigger, though.
Well, he's got lanky ass arms.
Yeah, like, he's wider. He plays good defense.
He's one of those guys like Brandon Ingram.
He's got a bigger presence
lanky
on the
ass
court.
motherfucker.
Bigger presence on the court.
Yeah.
And, like, he balls.
I've always liked him.
Yeah, like,
I've been fancy the past couple years.
Him. I didn't like him. But this year, he's proved me wrong.
Yeah.
He's the only reason the Nets are still thriving with the situation they're in.
And like, also, I think you can go bigger picture because they have Harden on contract for another 2 years, another year or two. They have KD for a couple years, Kyrie for a couple years. So
Yeah.
like, this is not just this
It's
year
not
thing.
this year, yeah.
Because next year they get Dinwiddie back.
True.
So Dinwiddie's leading your bench, and then, although I'm worried about the Nets bench.
I was gonna say
Who's,
what bench?
Who's coming off the bench? Because
See, that's the thing about this Cleveland. Like, all of a sudden they got Sexton, Garland, Allen, Prince, Drummond.
they're making a joke that because obviously Garland and Sexton, they're calling him Sexland.
Yeah. Might
Now
have been out
Sexland's
forever.
surrounded by trees. Because he got Love, Drummond,
so funny.
Nance,
Just
and then Allen
monsters.
there, McGee. They have like 5 centers. Who
Forgot
can,
about McGee.
Yeah. That's doing not bad either.
Yeah, he's doing good. He's had a good presence for them.
Yeah. I think that what that team needs is some veterans on there just to help the culture, and then when they leave, they'll be able
What
to.
do you think they do? You think they're going to trade Drummond?
One of them goes, I think.
I feel like they should trade Drummond because I think Allen is fine.
Oh, Allen's one of the best rim protectors in the league.
That's what I mean. Like, I think he's fine. So, like, if you want value out of your trade, you trade Drummond and you keep Allen, and he'll be good forever.
Because Drummond, you're going to get at least 1 or 2 first-round picks probably.
For sure.
Then probably a player or two along there.
Man, like, whoever needs Drummond bad is going to give up a star, probably.
Raptors, Toronto Raptors, give them a call. Trade Norm Powell and
I
couple
think we're
picks.
only going to make a move if we're in playoff position. Because the way we're playing, I don't think we're looking like a championship team, unfortunately.
No. From the start of the season, we're not making the championships.
Well, you say that, but man, there
hate
was
saying
too
it.
many like fresh stuff going on. Like there was Hawks aren't doing as good as we thought because they're not meshing.
No. Yeah,
So
chemistry.
that's what I mean. There's been
But
too many
again,
swaps.
We're what, like 15 games into the season?
Yeah.
Albeit a shortened season, only
You're not
72 games,
But look at
but
the Sixers. They're rocking
exactly. Can the Raptors hang
with
with
injuries.
Can the Raptors
Or-
hang with the Sixers? Can they hang with the Celtics?
And
Can they
that's what
hang
I
with the
mean.
Nets?
I hope so, but it's not looking like it.
Because there's only so much that scheme and different rotations can do. You need
I think we're asking too many
you
players
need
to do
actual
too much.
talent. You need the superstars.
We're asking too many players to do too much. Like,
Spe-
we need
like-
Lowry to play good all the time. We need Siakam to play good all the time. And then we need a center to play good all the time, which we just don't have.
Yeah,
Boucher's been stepping up, for sure.
yeah, but they're so enamored with
But
him.
I feel like that's only because we're giving him the minutes.
Well, they're so enamored with him coming off the bench and giving the bench a spark.
Mm-hmm.
Although a couple guys look not too bad, like Watanabe, he seemed okay.
Whatever.
He had a couple of good defensive plays in a row
Still,
there.
like you gotta
Yeah.
look at the guys that are gonna play in the playoffs, in my opinion. You gotta get to
Who?
the playoffs and then
Who's playing in the playoffs off the bench?
that's what I mean. Like we have to get to the playoffs, which I think we can do, but you gotta step it up. But then it's in the playoffs, like Celtics have the guys, Philly's gonna have the guys, Nets have the guys.
Yeah. Pacers look fucking good.
Pacers look way too good.
Especially, yeah, like I said, talking Adam Levert.
All they
That's gonna be a
needed, all
scary
the
team.
Pacers needed was Brogdon to step up, and he did. He's been playing phenomenal.
Then I think the coaching change really helped, like the Raptors assistant coach.
Oladipo too, mind you, because he did play good.
Yeah. Well, I'm
You
hoping he
think-
comes back. I have him on my fantasy team, so if he comes back with the Rockets and starts
He's
putting
going to
up
play good with the
numbers,
Rockets. He's got to keep his value up.
I'm hoping so.
and I think he'll like to play with a guy like John Wall. You know.
Yeah. Well, I think the chemistry.
He's not a ball hog. Oladipo's not a ball hog.
No, he's a catch and shoot kind of guy. Really plays solid D. So you can let
Wall seems like a guy I would want to play with. You know.
Yeah. As much as he gets shit, like someone like DeMarcus Cousins.
Yeah.
Even though he gets injured, but he seems like a good like locker room kind of guy.
Cousins?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man. That's part of that trade too. I think they're hoping to give him some more minutes.
Well, I think he's one of those guys where like people don't like him, but you want him on your team.
Yeah, like you said, he's a problem.
Yeah, fucking
He's like the
Boogie
goon.
Cousins.
He's like your goon.
In a way, yeah. Your enforcer.
Yeah. Should we talk? Oh, Sam, we gotta talk some local news first.
Oh, some local
We
news.
gotta talk some local
Front
news. Sam.
page news.
Front page. You're gonna have to show a picture of.
Northumberland news.
What was it?
It was a lady's little dog took her dog to the dog park, and her dog, I guess, ate a roach from a marijuana cigarette.
Which is tiny. A roach is tiny. That's big.
Albeit the worst part of the joint you probably want to eat if you're eating anything.
That's fair.
But yeah, the dog ate a roach and then had to get rushed to the animal hospital because marijuana and dogs do not mix whatsoever.
I guess not.
No,
But like, why front page of the newspaper? Like, I think they just tried to. Again, this is small town Northumberland news, so we don't have much going on.
exactly.
I think you have to understand their target market and who the local newspaper
Janice
is shipping the actual papers to.
Janice and Beth in their tower homes and get the paper and be like, oh, those young
That's it,
kids
man.
throwing their joints around.
That's what I mean. Fucking Ruth and Gladys are playing canasta right now, and someone just fucking whipped that on the table, and they're all just like, "Are you fucking kidding me?
Did you see what happened at the park today?
Are
At the
you
dog
fucking
park?
kidding me? Coronavirus."
Pretty much, man. Like, although that's one I kind of like with being in a small town. You see
Oh, you laugh.
headlines like this. It's like, hey, like
kind of bullshit.
the world ain't that bad after all. Like,
No.
as much as everybody talks shit about what's going on in the world right now, it ain't that bad.
I just hope that things can fucking go back to normal. I don't like the way that.
But what will normal be?
Man, you know what? I started to really think about how they're saying new normal, new normal, new normal. Why haven't they been saying back to normal, back to normal, back to normal?
Because if you
I
want to
don't
get
wanna
conspiracy theorists here, man,
Dude, I don't like thinking about that.
New World Order agenda.
I don't like even that, because that stuff's too deep, too far, too extreme.
Some of the dominoes are falling.
That discredits the people asking genuine, real questions, you know?
Cashless society,
The cashless society is so real. That's
universal income that's
happening.
controlled
You
by the
actually
government.
can't go use cash at stores now. Like, that's a real thing.
Like,
There's
if
no
you
conspiracy around that.
like, just watch. In a few months, it's like when vaccines become more and more
drone
readily
surveillance.
available.
I said it a long time ago that they're going to change drone laws so that they can implicate drone surveillance. And we're going to be like, yeah, for sure, because COVID. And you wait, that's going to happen this
Yep.
year and next.
Well, and it's just gonna be like, if you're not vaccinated, you probably have to be separated from everybody. You have to
Yeah.
go to like a fucking vaccination camp
Oh,
or
the
some shit.
vaccine
like-
passport. You're going to have like a sheet that says you're good to go.
Yeah. Well, because if you don't, like, where to see somewhere, if you don't comply, you get charged. Your passport gets taken, and like you can't go anywhere. You're literally not allowed to go anywhere.
So they lock you down.
Yeah.
Weird. Weird how that's already what we're doing.
Yeah. Because then too, if you go to
So you're
cashless
saying if you
society,
In trouble, you're forced to do what we're doing right now?
yeah, pretty much.
Surprise.
And then and that's the thing too with the vaccine.
Also, Cobourg's leaving the Christmas lights on for like another month or some shit because people were like, leave them on because it's dark time. I'm like, are you guys fucking insane? Christmas comes every year. The lights go up and they get taken down every year. The same time.
Our taxes got to pay to keep those fucking
And now
things
all
on.
of a sudden, because this year is the year that it was, it's like, let's keep them up longer. Let's keep Christmas going. Like, no. Let's get
No,
that
it's something nice
shit.
to look at when you go out for a walk because everybody's locked in their
Again,
fucking
it's
houses.
just such a lazy thing to do. Like, let's leave them up. Let's not bother taking them down.
Well,
Why not just do something else? Do something else. Be more creative. I hate the shit. I hate the lazy. Let's just do what's easy. Let's just do what's easy.
That's kind of what's going on right now.
Yeah, I know.
It's easy just to say, everybody stay the fuck home.
They shut down the outdoor rink in Cobourg or something to like talk about it, even though that they said outdoor rinks is fine. So
Yeah.
like,
Might be too many
the
people
worst
in the
part is
outdoor
like
rink.
they're pretending like they have our interests.
They don't.
You know, like they're pretending they're talking. We're gonna close it down and talk about it. No, you're gonna close it down to close it down.
Yes.
You're gonna close it down. Don't pretend like you have the people's interest. Like, oh, don't worry, we're gonna discuss it. Like, no, you're not.
Because there's always
You guys are horrible. You're gonna close it just like you close the beach because you're scared of people coming or people like it's all nonsense. We're outside. You were outside all summer. All summer we were outside. And we were like, thank God.
Yeah.
Now that it's winter, we're scared to go outside. Doesn't make
Because
sense.
what happens when you go outside in the winter time? You get a fucking cold.
You build your immune system.
And people might get cold, and that might be a COVID case.
Yeah. Man, I don't even like want to talk about the COVID testing and all that stuff because like people are just gonna, think you and I would be crazy for again just talking about it.
That there's
Which is correct.
there's
That's
questions about, because
Ugh.
you're getting vaccinated, but you're not actually curing it. You can still pass it on to people, but you just can't get it, kind of.
No.
And you have to go back every year and a bit and get it. It'll be like the new age flu shot.
Yeah, pretty much.
It doesn't cure it. It just kind of muffles it a bit, but you can still pass it on to people.
Yep.
Okay. Fucking shit.
Let's just honestly we just gotta hope that people keep speaking up. People keep sharing facts, real facts, and not discrediting facts. On both sides. For sure. Because I know that the other side does horrible stuff too. Like I'm not advocating a side.
Nobody's a saint. Nobody's gonna come in.
I just don't like how if you're someone who wants to question, you're automatically on the other team. It's just like I'm on your team, so I wear my mask, I social distance, I don't see nobody.
Well, me and you are sports guys.
I fucking work my ass off from home, man. I fucking try. I have to make projects. I have to create things to create work from home.
Yeah, creative.
I had to do that before the pandemic, Now I just have to do it even more.
And I feel like an asshole, but I've been off work now. And I'm still getting paid to be off work, my normal wage and everything. But I wish I was working. Because I've been at home doing nothing the past 4 days.
And you start to feel guilty about it.
And it's I'm fucking bored. I'd rather fill up my 8 hours at work.
100%.
Even if I'm done fucking wiping down the floors or cleaning something or...
Yeah, I've been saying, if you don't have a hobby, man, it's going to be tough for you to be productive.
Although, I'll be editing my YouTube video tonight. I filmed one a couple days ago. So,
Nice.
Behind the Glass with Sam J is making a return.
That's sweet, man. Right on. That's wicked. I'll pump that. You might as well, right?
Yeah.
I made a big list of stuff today, too. I'm going to be pumping out some
Yeah, I
videos.
was you know what? I'm going to be sitting here bored. I can only watch so much YouTube or play so much video games.
That's it.
I got to do something else.
Yeah.
I've
got some cool stuff planned. I'll show you later, but fucking sweet.
Yeah, so look up some new content from the both of us.
Yeah, man. For sure.
Because we're fucking creatives. We're not going to be lazy asses and just watch Netflix the whole fucking time, jerking off.
Man, I don't like it one bit. But yeah, let's fade out. Let's get this over with. My legs are getting warm.
Oh, my legs are on fire.
This thing's gonna fall down soon anyway.
Yeah, right inside my leg is just cooking.
Classic.
I probably lost all the hair on my legs. But yeah, thanks for tuning in, guys.
Thanks for tuning in.
This is Fireside episode.
Fireside.
We'll find some name for it. Maybe.
Well, maybe. I don't know.
I don't know.
All right, let's fade out.
All right.
All right, guys. We're gonna pop with that logo.
What about ding?
Ting. Peace.
Crack-a-lack.